Shabbat Shalom. It's Friday once more, and this time it's Parashat Mikeitz, Shabbat Chanukah. In our parasha, we find Yosef rising to power. Until now, Yosef was at the bottom of the dumps of Egypt. If you imagine Egypt as a pyramid, you have Pharaoh at the very top, and then you've got the different strata, the nobles, the workmen, the merchants, and at the very bottom you've got the slaves. Egypt was known as the slave capital of the ancient world. And at the very bottom of the rung of the slaves, you've got the slaves from the Canaanite nations, the Ivrim, those people who are in many ways cast out from pleasant society. Yosef is one of those. He comes in at the very, very bottom. He works his way up to being a top slave at Potiphar's house, is then thrown back into jail, and is in jail. And now, amazingly, he goes from the very bottom of the pyramid right to the top, to being second in command to Pharaoh himself. How does he do this? Well, Yosef's main vehicle is dreams. We see that Yosef was sold because of his dreams. We see that Yosef was able to be remembered in front of Pharaoh because of the dreams of the butler and the baker. And in this case, in our parasha, the parasha starts with dreams. Excuse me. Pharaoh has a dream, and he's trying to figure out, what does this dream mean? Yosef is brought in, he interprets the dream, and he saves the day. Pharaoh puts him at the very top of the pyramid, second only to him. And this is now Yosef's new role in Egyptian society and in the Tanakh as a whole. But I want to go a stage back and ask a question: what is it with Yosef and dreams? And each dream, Yosef seems to move forwards in his understanding of dreams and their interpretation. And what can we learn from the final dream that Yosef is involved in? I think when it comes to our own lives, and here I dedicate this Val Torah to all of my students who are now finishing up their time in seminary, all those from the Southern Hemisphere, the MTA Bnei Akiva program, the students who are now going back, or the Shana Bet, who are finishing up their first semester of Shana Bet. And I want to ask the question, what does it mean to have a dream? How do we take these dreams forwards? And I think Yosef gives us a very important trifecta, a very important 3 parts to internalizing and integrating a dream into one's own life. First of all, I think one has to dream. It's a start. One has to think big. Yosef himself learned to dream from Yaakov Avinu, who dreamt of the ladder rising into the heavens, of angels going up and down. The idea of having dreams, of being able to think outside of the box, not just being stuck into the humdrum world, but to dream of the stars, to dream of the sun, the moon, the future, the heavens. That is something which is incredibly powerful. As the famous statement goes from our times, I have a dream. That dream is able to revolutionize whole societies. The dream itself, as much as we sometimes say, it's a dream. Dreams are, in many ways, as Chazal say, chalam echad mishishim min nevu'ah. A dream is, in many ways, a micro-prophecy. If you are able to have a vision, we Jews believe in following visionaries. People like we follow, for example, in Medinat Israel, this new state of Israel was set up based on a dream of Herzl, José HaMedina, right? Who had the vision of setting up a new Zionist state. These dreams are what lead the Jewish people to the next stage of history. So first you have to have a dream. Think big. Don't just think of today. Don't just think of tomorrow. Don't just think of next year. Think, in general, where do I want to be in life? What kind of life do I want to lead? What kind of contribution can I bring to society, to the world? Why did God create me? What is my purpose? Now, we usually don't have a very clear answer to that, but we can dream. We can think, I want to achieve this. I want to have a family. I want to have children. I want my family to look like this. I want to set up this institution, that, be part of this community, be involved in that charitable exercise and organization, activity, dream, project. I want to build. I want to become. I want to dream. The first thing is have a dream. Second of all, you also have to be practical. You also have to learn, as Yosef does in this parasha. He takes the dreams of Pharaoh with cows and wheat and says, okay, this is an economic plan. This is an economic understanding of what's going to be happening in the next few, an economic projection of what's happening in the near future. There's going to be a famine. There's going to be plenty. We need to save. We need to build. We need to invest. You need to be able to take the dream, which is very kind of up in the air. Oh, beautiful, nice. But you need to take it and make it tangible. Make it tachlis. Bring it down to earth and make it something that you can actually follow through. It's all very nice that you have a dream that you want to be an astronaut, but you have to actually be able to get into the school in order to study, engineering, aeronautics, and then you can slowly build up to achieving your dream. You need to practice. You have a dream of winning an Olympic gold medal, you need to get up every single morning at the crack of dawn and work and practice and train and build. And you will suffer hardship and pain, and that is part of the gain. No pain, no gain. You have to be able to take the dream, the Rosho Bashamayim, the stars, the moon, and then actually put in the hard work on earth and dig in and build the muscle and sweat and be able to actually have serious, very practical and pragmatic plans. How are you going to put this dream into action? You want to build a family? You want to build a family in the land of Israel? How are you going to do that? What language skills do you need? What different qualifications do you need in order to succeed financially and socially, and all of these different things? You have to invest. Third of all, and I think this is the most important thing, you need to also have a deeper understanding that you are not alone, and that your dreams are not just for you. Your dreams are for a much bigger general plan. And we see indeed Yosef learns this, and he keeps bringing this to bear. He says, Elohim ya'aneh et shlom paro. Indeed, God, at the end of the day, is behind everything. We always say in Judaism, Be'ezrat Hashem, God willing, because we recognize that we're not just here on our own. We're here executing a much larger plan. And we need to make sure that our dreams, our plans, fit within that. And then we can hope and pray that our dreams will actually click with the actual plans that God has for us, for the society. We have to align ourselves with the good, align ourselves with God. That is the third part. So the three parts are dream, think big. Second of all, plan, think small. How are you going to put that into action? And third of all, remember that both the big picture and the small picture all come from God. And we need Hashem to advise us, to help us, to guide us, to give us the strength, to give us the focus, to give us the perspective, the lone star that we're heading towards. That Be'ezrat Hashem, if we are able to keep God in our minds, Shiviti Hashem lenegdi tamid, we keep our eye on the prize, then Be'ezrat Hashem, we will succeed in all of our endeavors. Shabbat Shalom and Chanukah Sameach.